I'm so excited. The sun finally come out, the rain quit. We've had rain for the last 2 weeks, and I've been so worried that I wasn't going to get to do my usual greening of Christmas. So greening of Christmas, what does that mean? That just means that you go out and you gather some evergreens. Maybe you use the boughs off of your Christmas tree that you trimmed, or you go out into the yard and find some, or you buy some from a local Christmas tree place that's selling them, and then you decorate with those. You put them all through your house so you can smell that wonderful, wonderful scent of the pine and the great outdoors, and it just makes Christmas so special. So when it comes to greening of Christmas, lucky for me, I live in a place where everywhere I look, I can see evergreens or different things to decorate with. And down here, you can see this giant boxwood. This is in the back of Granny's house. And she used to keep it trimmed. She didn't ever trim it like you think of the perfectly square ones like that, but she did used to keep it more in check when she was able. But lucky for me, it's grown so large, there's actually stuff growing in it, that I can come down here and just cut to my heart's content. So I'm gonna use this for some of my things that I'm gonna make to go in the house for Christmas. That'd be pretty just like that.
Ooh, what about that big one? Yeah, like that. Yeah. In addition to Granny's boxwood, I can harvest all the pine I want to my heart's content. So I'm going to cut a few pieces of this, even though I don't know exactly how I'll use it yet. That wonderful scent of pine, that will be great. That should do it. So Corey and I have gathered all kinds of stuff for our greening of Christmas. You can see we've got a huge table full of stuff. A lot of it we gathered from outside. Some we saved from our Christmas tree that we cut off the bottoms. Of course, Granny's boxwood and the pines. And then we have some really pretty things like this that I bought at a store recently. The same place I got my Christmas trees that I splurged on this year. The day the store was having such an awesome Christmas sale, they also had all these kind of things on sale. So what do we want to make? We want to make all kinds of stuff, don't we? We're excited like Santa's shop, but we're definitely going to we want to make a swag to put over as you go into the living room. I'd love to do that, so we're going to try that. We're going to try it with that. And then we've got several wreath forms. We've got some, Corey, you want to hold that one? Mm-hmm. And then we've got some like metal ones and my metal ones hung, just some cheap metal ones, even a styrofoam one. Styrofoam. I say styrofoam. Anyway, so we're going to make little hand bundles of our different little materials, and then we're going to start attaching them to, you look like you've got a picture frame. Yeah.
Attaching them to our different things. And we're just going to use florist wire. And then we've got some other little decorations that
we might put on them or we might not. I found these wonderful little clips too. They're just red berries that clip, so those will be handy. We can probably use some of them too. So we're about to have a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay, we think we finished the swag anyway. Of course, that's the back side. See if we turn the front side. So I think it's going to be really pretty. We're going to put some different decorations in it. I think these are going to be especially pretty in it. Maybe some silver and gold. But we decided we'd wait till we get it hung up there to actually put that in it so we can see where they need to go better. And we're going to wait on Matt to actually hang it up. He'll do a better job than we will. And he's going to be really happy about that too.
He's going to love to do that.
When he gets off work and he's wore out, he's really going to be grateful for having to put up our swag.
Yeah.
He's really going to. So we're going to move it out of the way and then we're going to start on our wreaths. I don't know where we're going to put it. We'll just have to put it over here on the floor somewhere maybe. Okay, we've made a huge mess, but I think that we've done some nice arrangements too. Corey, you want to hold yours up and show them?
Mama helped me.
Well, you did most of it yourself. So it turned out really pretty with the pine cones and the red, and then we have some little red berries. So it turned out really pretty, really big and full. That'll be beautiful on Corey and Austin's house. I know she's going to take that one home with her.
Thank you.
And I decided to go really plain, kind of, really more simple instead of going, the grapevine was so pretty, so I just did a little thing here on the side with the pine that smells so good, so much like Christmas, and then some little bows. Now for a lot of this other stuff, we will, like these red berries over here are so pretty in that, and then this, we will just kind of put them in vases and put them around. I'll put this probably back up here where I got it down from, where Corey did. We've got some real sparkly ones over here that we'll probably put in some vases around the living room. And I've always put some of my greenery out on the porch too, so I've still got to fill up my bottles out there. And then once Matt gets home and we put the other one up, we will be done with the greening of Christmas.
Yeah.
For another year. It's so fun.
It is.
To go out and harvest it all and find it and look at everything. And it wasn't real cold. I think last year when we did it, it was bitter cold. Today it was just in the 50s, I guess,
Maybe
low
50.
50s. This morning
Not
was,
bad.
yeah, in the upper 40s. So not too bad, but it's just so fun. And then to bring this wonderful smell inside the house, it's just something I really love to do every year. Even if you don't do anything but, get a little, I was trying to find a little sprig, and just put it in a little vase, in a coffee cup, in anything. It just somehow brightens the mood, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Or makes it
Yeah,
feel
just makes
festive.
it more festive, yeah.
Yeah, makes it feel more
A
festive.
little bit goes a long way.
Yeah, a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to go overboard like we do and make a mess that's going to take us like 2 hours probably to clean up.
Lots of vacuuming in our future.
But that'll be okay. So once Matt gets home and we get the other one decorated, we'll be sure to show you that. We're so glad you come along with us this year as we greened up our house for Christmas. We hope you have a Merry Christmas. I hope your season's going wonderful. And as always, we hope you drop back by often to help us celebrate Appalachia, which is a whole lot of traditions like the greening of Christmas. So I'm very pleased with how it turned out. Matt put it up, got it hung up for me last night, but I was too tired to try to decorate it, so now I've done that this morning, which was really easy. All I did was stick some stuff in it, and it just turned out beautiful, and I really love it. I got Katie to come in here and look at it and tell me if she thought that it was all even and if it looked okay. I see one little place I want to push up, but anyway, overall I think it's perfect. But when she did, she said, "So you got all this stuff off the bank, right?" And I said, "Well, yeah, part of it was, the boughs that you cut off the Christmas tree when you helped your daddy put it in the living room. But the other parts is boxwood from Granny's." And she said, "And somebody just planted it?" I said, "Yeah." And then that reminded me of a story I have to finish with. I meant to tell it yesterday and then I'd forgot, so I'm so glad Katie reminded me. So that boxwood, as you've seen in the video, is taller than I am. And I don't remember where Granny got them. There's like 4 or 5 around her house in different places. I think that she bought them at the flea market from somebody just selling them kind of out of the back of their car. But what I remember is kind of a shameful thing, is that when she bought them and brought them home and she was all excited about them, I kind of like dissed them, or whatever you want to call it, because I said, "Well, Granny, I'm thinking about boxwoods being in front of some stately home and how they keep them manicured perfectly square or round or whatever choice they, whatever they want to, whatever shape they want them to be in." And I kind of made fun of her for getting them and said, "Well, they don't even go here, and who's going to take care of them?" And just kind of, I'm sure, dampened her excitement, and I shouldn't have. I was a bratty teenager in those days. But then it's kind of comical, all these years later, those boxwoods that I kind of made fun of bring such joy to me, because I know I have an endless supply every year when Christmas comes around, Thanksgiving comes around, and I want to bring those wonderful, beautiful green colors into my house to make my house homey and cozy and all that for my family. The same thing that Granny was trying to do all those years ago.